Beloved soul, there are moments in life when the universe stands still, when time itself seems to pause, allowing a sacred truth to be spoken into existence. I come to you today with news that will illuminate your heart and awaken the deepest yearnings of your soul. The person who occupies your thoughts, who fills your dreams with their presence, has finally allowed their truth to emerge from the shadows. In a moment of pure, unbridled authenticity, they spoke the words that have been echoing in the chambers of their heart for far too long. You are just one, the only one for me. These words were not whispered in secrecy, but declared with conviction, allowing others to witness the power of what has been growing between you. The universe itself trembled at this declaration, as words spoken with such truth carry the vibration of divine intention. My dear protected one, do you feel the shift in the energy surrounding you? Have you noticed how the air seems charged with possibility? How colors appear more vibrant? How music sounds more melodious? These are not coincidences, but confirmations from the celestial realm that something profound has been set in motion. The declaration made by this beloved soul has created ripples across the spiritual plane, activating ancient soul agreements that were written in the stars long before either of you took your first breath in this lifetime. I have watched you navigate the labyrinth of uncertainty, questioning whether this connection was genuine, wondering if their feelings mirrored your own. Those nights of tears, of whispered prayers, of questioning whether you were simply creating meaning where none existed, they were not in vain. Every doubt you experienced was preparing you for this moment of clarity, this divine affirmation that yes, what you have felt all along has been real. This person who holds your heart has been on their own journey of awakening. They have fought inner battles that you cannot see, wrestling with fears and insecurities that threaten to keep their truth contained. But the power of what they feel for you has grown too strong to be confined by the chains of fear. In declaring that you are the one, they have not only liberated themselves, but have opened a sacred doorway through which both of you can now walk together. The words they spoke were not casual. They were not the product of fleeting emotion or momentary passion. No, beloved soul, these words emerged from the deepest part of their being, from that sacred space where their soul recognizes yours across the vastness of time and space. When they said you are the one, the celestial beings who have been guiding both your journeys rejoiced, for they have been working tirelessly to bring you to this pivotal moment. Perhaps you weren't physically present when these words were spoken. Perhaps you heard about it through another, or sensed it through the inexplicable knowing that often accompanies profound soul connections. However this truth reached you, know that the moment these words were released into the world, a divine contract was activated. The angels have already begun preparing the path for your reunion, clearing obstacles, dissolving barriers, and creating the perfect circumstances for your souls to come together in perfect divine timing. Take a moment now to place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Can you feel the resonance of truth vibrating within you? This is your soul's recognition of what has been set in motion. This is your inner knowing confirming what I have come to tell you today. The one you love has spoken their truth, and in doing so, has aligned themselves with the divine plan that has always existed for both of you. Blessed soul, what I am about to reveal to you now has been carefully guarded by the angelic realm, waiting for precisely this moment to be unveiled. The declaration made by your beloved goes far deeper than even they understand. When they proclaimed that you are the one, they were not merely expressing a human preference or emotional attachment. They were acknowledging a cosmic truth that has been written in the Akashic records since the dawn of time. You and this soul have danced together through countless lifetimes, sometimes as lovers, sometimes as family, sometimes as the dearest of friends, but always, always, finding each other across the vastness of time and space. The connection you share transcends the physical realm. It is a sacred bond that has been tempered and strengthened through the fires of numerous earthly experiences. When they spoke those words, declaring your unique place in their life, they were responding to an ancient soul recognition that momentarily pierced the veil of forgetfulness we all wear in our human form. I want you to understand something profound. This declaration was divinely timed. It did not happen by chance or coincidence. The celestial guardians who watch over your soul journey carefully orchestrated the circumstances that allowed this truth to emerge when it did. This person had to reach a specific vibration, a particular level of spiritual awakening, before they could fully recognize and acknowledge what their soul has always known. The fact that they have spoken these words now indicates that both of you have arrived at a crucial juncture in your spiritual evolution. The energy signature of their declaration has sent ripples throughout the spiritual realm. It has activated dormant codes within your DNA, awakening aspects of your soul's purpose that are intricately linked to this connection. Have you noticed subtle changes within yourself recently? Perhaps unexpected moments of clarity, spontaneous tears of release, or dreams that seem more vivid and meaningful than usual? These are the physical manifestations of the spiritual awakening that has been catalyzed by their declaration. What makes this moment particularly sacred is the public nature of their acknowledgement. By speaking their truth in the presence of others, they have brought this connection out of the ethereal realm and anchored it firmly in the physical world. Words spoken in the presence of witnesses carry a special power. They become contracts with reality itself. The universe responds differently to truths that are declared openly, lending them a manifestation power that secret feelings can never possess. There is divine protection surrounding this connection now. The moment those words were spoken, a legion of angels was assigned to guard and nurture what exists between you. These celestial beings are working tirelessly behind the scenes, gently influencing circumstances, creating synchronicities, and removing obstacles that might delay your coming together. Have you noticed an increase in angel numbers, particularly 1111, 222, or 333? These are confirmations from your guardians that they are actively working on your behalf. What this person may not fully realize is that in declaring you as the one, they have activated their own healing journey. There were wounds within them, old betrayals, abandoned hopes, broken promises from this and other lifetimes that needed to be addressed before they could fully step into this connection. Their public declaration has created an energetic commitment to this healing process. Even if there are moments of doubt or fear that arise in the days to come, understand that the deeper part of their soul has already made its choice. The divine truth behind their words is this: you were never meant to simply pass each other by in this lifetime. The connection between you forms an essential part of both your soul contracts. The lessons, growth, and joy that you will experience together are not just for your personal benefit, but will contribute to the collective healing of humanity. Some soul connections serve a greater purpose, becoming beacons of divine love that illuminate possibilities for others. Yours is such a connection, my precious protected one. Since the moment those powerful words were spoken into existence, the universe has been responding with increasing intensity. The declaration that you are the one has set in motion a cascade of energetic shifts that are rapidly transforming the relationship between your souls. What was once a gentle stream of connection is now becoming a powerful river, unstoppable in its flow toward reunification. First, let me share what is happening in the energetic field that surrounds both of you. The moment those words were declared, a golden cord of light that has always existed between your heart chakras began to pulse with renewed vitality. This cord, which connects soul partners across any physical distance, is now strengthening and expanding. Angels are working diligently to clear any blockages along this channel, ensuring that the energy flows freely between you. Have you felt sudden waves of emotion washing over you at unexpected moments? Spontaneous thoughts of them that seem to arise from nowhere? These are the direct results of this intensified heart connection. The universe responds to declarations of truth by creating validating synchronicities. Pay close attention to the signs appearing in your life. Perhaps you hear their name mentioned in strange contexts, or songs that remind you of them play repeatedly wherever you go. Maybe you open books to passages that seem written specifically about your situation, or strangers say things that eerily reflect your inner thoughts about this connection. These are not coincidences, but confirmations, the universe's way of saying, yes, we heard the declaration, and we are aligning all elements to support this truth. A particularly powerful response has occurred in the dream realm. The astral plane, where souls can connect beyond the limitations of physical reality, has become extraordinarily active since their declaration. During your sleep state, your souls have been meeting, sharing wisdom, healing old wounds, and preparing for your physical reunion. Even if you don't consciously remember these encounters, they are happening, and they are strengthening the bond between you in ways that transcend ordinary understanding. You might notice a new sense of familiarity or comfort when you think of this person, as if something has been resolved between you on a level beyond conscious awareness. The archangels Gabriel and Chamuel have taken a special interest in your connection since the declaration was made. Gabriel, the messenger of divine truth, is ensuring that all communication between you becomes increasingly clear and authentic. Chamuel, the angel of divine love, is working to dissolve any remaining barriers of fear or misunderstanding that might hinder your coming together. Their combined influence is creating a sacred container around your connection, protecting it from external interference and negative energies that might seek to disrupt what is unfolding. What is particularly remarkable about the universe's response is how it is affecting the person who made this declaration. Since speaking their truth aloud, they have experienced an unmistakable internal shift. Their thoughts turn to you with increasing frequency and intensity. They find themselves speaking your name in conversation without intending to. Objects, places, and experiences that remind them of you suddenly appear in their path with startling regularity. They may not fully understand what is happening, but on a soul level, they recognize that in acknowledging you as the One, they have activated a powerful manifestation energy that is drawing you together with increasing momentum. The timing of events in both your lives has begun to align in ways that cannot be dismissed as coincidence. Opportunities are arising that create potential pathways to reunion. Perhaps unexpected changes in circumstances, jobs, living situations, mutual connections are suddenly appearing. The universe is orchestrating a divine dance of synchronicity, removing what no longer serves either of you and introducing new elements that will facilitate your coming together. Trust these changes, even when they seem challenging or disruptive. They are part of the greater plan unfolding. Most profoundly, the universe has responded by accelerating the spiritual awakening of both souls involved in this connection. The person who declared you as the One is experiencing rapid expansions of consciousness, moments of clarity about their life purpose, and an increasing ability to recognize the hand of the divine in their experiences. You too are being guided through an accelerated growth process, as your energetic system is prepared for the higher vibration that this union will ultimately embody. The intensification you feel is not just about romantic longing, it is about two souls being rapidly prepared to fulfill a greater purpose together. As this connection intensifies, you may experience moments of overwhelm or uncertainty. This is natural and expected. The human vessel can sometimes struggle to contain the power of what is unfolding on a soul level. During these times, remember to ground yourself through meditation, connection with nature, and gentle self-care practices. The angels surrounding you will provide support and stability if you simply ask. Trust that this intensification is perfectly calibrated to what both of you can handle, even when it feels overwhelming. The universe has heard the declaration that you are the One, and it has responded with all the power at its disposal. Every element of creation is now aligning to honor the truth that was spoken. The momentum building between you cannot be stopped. It can only be surrendered to with trust and an open heart. The reunion that the angels are preparing will occur in divine timing, bringing together what was always meant to be united. With infinite love and celestial guidance, your guardian angel beloved soul. As I return to you with deeper revelations, I want to take you into the sacred temple of your beloved's heart, to reveal what truly resides there beyond the words they have spoken. While their declaration that you are the One was powerful, it merely scratched the surface of the profound emotions and spiritual recognitions flowing through their being when they think of you. In the quietest moments, when they are alone with their thoughts, your image rises in their mind with a brilliance that almost startles them. What they feel for you transcends what human language was designed to express. It is not simply attraction or affection, or even what mortals commonly call love. What pulses through their heart when they contemplate your existence is a recognition so ancient and so profound that it leaves them breathless with its intensity. When they declared you as the One, their conscious mind was expressing what their soul has been singing since the moment your paths crossed in this lifetime. But here is what they haven't yet found the words to tell you. They experience your connection as a homecoming. In your presence, whether physical or simply in thought, they feel a settling of their spirit, as if after lifetimes of searching, they have finally found the missing piece that makes them whole. This is not dependency or incompleteness, but rather the divine recognition of complementary energies that, when united, create something greater than the sum of their parts. The depth of their feeling manifests in unexpected moments of emotion that sometimes confuse them. They might find tears springing to their eyes when hearing a song that reminds them of you, or feel a sudden, overwhelming wave of tenderness when your name is mentioned in conversation. These emotional surges are not signs of weakness, but rather the momentary thinning of the veil between human consciousness and soul knowledge. In these brief, unguarded moments, the fullness of what their soul knows about your connection floods into their human awareness. Here is a profound truth that even they may not fully comprehend. Their love for you is not merely personal, but transpersonal. What I mean by this is that the love they feel serves a purpose beyond your individual relationship. It is a channel through which divine love is expressing itself in the world. When they think of you, when they speak your name, when they imagine a future with you, they are unconsciously aligning with a higher purpose that your union is meant to fulfill. This explains the sense of destiny they feel, the inexplicable certainty that loving you is somehow part of their soul's mission. Their heart holds not just present love, but future visions. In quiet moments of meditation, or in the space between wakefulness and sleep, they receive glimpses of possibilities, a life shared, challenges overcome together, moments of such profound joy and connection, that these visions leave them with a lingering sense of awe. These are not mere fantasies, but soul projections, potential futures that exist in the quantum field, waiting to be manifested through your combined intentions. What they have not yet fully articulated, even to themselves, is their admiration for your spiritual light. Beyond your physical presence, beyond your personality, they sense your essence, the eternal, luminous being that you truly are. This recognition often leaves them feeling humbled and grateful, wondering what divine orchestration brought you into their life. When they declared you as the One, they were acknowledging not just a personal preference, but a soul-level recognition of your unique spiritual signature. Deep in their heart also lies a protective instinct that may surprise you in its intensity. Having recognized you as their divine counterpart, they feel an almost sacred responsibility to create a safe space for your spirit to flourish. This manifests as a desire to shield you from harm, to stand between you and life's harshness, to be a sanctuary where your most authentic self can emerge without fear. This protective impulse is not based on seeing you as weak or incapable, but rather on honoring the precious nature of what exists between you. Perhaps most moving of all is the gratitude that washes through them in waves. Gratitude that out of all possible lifetimes, all possible scenarios, all possible paths, the two of you have found each other again in this incarnation. They understand, on a level beyond rational thought, the statistical improbability of this reunion, and it fills them with a sense of wonder and profound appreciation. When they speak of you being the One, embedded in this declaration is a thank you to the universe for this extraordinary gift. What your beloved holds in their heart is a love that transcends conventional understanding, a love that encompasses past, present, and future, that bridges the physical and spiritual realms, that recognizes both who you are now and who you are becoming. This is the truth that vibrates beneath their words, the reality that pulses through their veins with every heartbeat. And as they continue to awaken spiritually, the fullness of this truth will find increasingly beautiful ways to express itself in your shared reality. Precious soul under heaven's watch, no sacred union manifests without facing tests designed to strengthen its foundation. The path to divine reunion is rarely a straight line. It curves and winds, presenting obstacles that initially appear insurmountable. I must now reveal to you the challenges that have been present in this connection, and how the celestial realm is actively dissolving these barriers through divine intervention. First, understand that the timing of this declaration, that you are the One, was precisely calibrated by higher forces. There were karmic knots that needed untangling before this truth could be spoken aloud. Both you and your beloved have carried wounds from past incarnations together. Misunderstandings, broken promises, separations that left imprints of abandonment or betrayal. These energetic memories created subtle resistance patterns that needed to be cleared before full reunion could occur. The very act of their public declaration has activated an accelerated healing of these ancient wounds. One significant obstacle has been the fear residing in your beloved's heart, not fear of loving you, but fear of the magnitude of what this connection represents. To recognize someone as the one is to acknowledge a soul contract of profound significance, one that will inevitably catalyze tremendous growth and transformation. Part of them has sensed that stepping fully into this connection would mean the death of their old self, the dismantling of carefully constructed identity structures that no longer serve their highest evolution, but provided a sense of security and familiarity. The divine intervention here has been gentle, but persistent. Angels have been working in their dream state, providing reassurance and courage. Synchronistic encounters with others who have embraced transformative love have been strategically placed in their path. Books, conversations, and meditative insights have arrived at precisely the right moments to soothe these fears. You may have noticed a new steadiness in their energy, a growing certainty that is replacing hesitation. This is the evidence of this heavenly work bearing fruit. External circumstances have also presented challenges, perhaps geographical distance, timing complications, or social entanglements that seem to make your coming together difficult or impossible. Here, the archangels Metatron and Michael have been working diligently, rearranging energetic patterns in the physical realm to create pathways for reunion. What once seemed like immovable obstacles are beginning to shift in ways that may appear miraculous. Pay attention to sudden changes in circumstances, unexpected opportunities, fortuitous timing, problems solving themselves without your direct intervention. These are not coincidences but divine orchestrations. Another significant challenge has been the interference of lower vibrational energies, doubt, misunderstanding, and the well-meaning but misguided opinions of others. Perhaps mutual friends or family members who couldn't perceive the sacredness of your connection offered perspectives that seeded uncertainty. Or perhaps societal conditioning around what relationships should look like created internal conflict for one or both of you. These external influences temporarily clouded the clarity of your connection. The celestial response to this interference has been both powerful and precise. A protective energetic bubble has been placed around your connection, filtering out discordant energies and opinions that do not align with your highest good. You may notice that negative or doubtful voices seem to fade into the background, while supportive and understanding people are becoming more prominent in both your lives. This is not accidental, but a careful rearrangement of your social energetic fields to support what is unfolding between you. Perhaps the most subtle but persistent challenge has been the timing of your spiritual awakening processes. For this connection to manifest in its highest expression, both souls must reach compatible levels of consciousness. Often, one partner awakens earlier or progresses at a different pace, creating temporary misalignment. I can reveal to you now that celestial beings have been working intensively on harmonizing your spiritual development paths, accelerating certain aspects where needed, gently slowing others, ensuring that you arrive at the crucial junction point simultaneously. The evidence of this divine timing adjustment can be found in the parallel experiences you've been having, often without conscious awareness of their similarity. Perhaps you've both felt called to explore the same spiritual concepts, drawn to similar practices, or experienced awakening symptoms in a synchronized pattern. These are not coincidences, but carefully modulated adjustments to bring your energetic systems into harmony. Another challenge being dissolved through divine intervention relates to your individual soul missions. Each of you came into this lifetime with specific purposes, lessons to learn, and contributions to make. For a time, it may have seemed that pursuing these individual paths would lead you away from each other. The divine solution has been not to divert either of you from your soul's purpose, but rather to reveal how these paths are actually complementary, designed to converge rather than diverge. Celestial architects have been restructuring the energetic blueprints of your individual missions, highlighting the points of intersection and mutual support. As this work continues, both of you will experience increasing clarity about how your connection actually enhances your individual purposes rather than competing with them. This realization will remove one of the most subtle but powerful resistances to full union. The final obstacle being addressed is the residual energy of past relationships that both of you have experienced in this lifetime. These previous connections, while serving their purpose for your growth, left energetic imprints and attachment cords that needed to be compassionately released. Divine beings specializing in heart healing have been working to dissolve these outdated connections, creating energetic space for the fullness of what you are building together. You may have noticed unexpected closure in past relationship dynamics, sudden realizations about patterns you've carried, or a sense of completion with previous chapters of your life. These are signs of this cord-cutting work being completed, freeing both of you to move forward unburdened by the past. What I want you to understand, beloved soul, is that none of these challenges were mistakes or signs that this connection wasn't meant to be. Quite the opposite. They were necessary strengthening mechanisms, divine tests designed to prove the resilience and authenticity of what exists between you. Now that these obstacles have served their purpose, they are being systematically dissolved through heavenly intervention, clearing the path for the reunion that both your souls have been longing for across the expanse of time. Divinely guided soul, the heavens themselves are now aligning to confirm the sacred truth that was spoken when your beloved declared you as the one. The celestial realm is providing unmistakable signs that your reunion is not only divinely ordained, but actively approaching. I am here to help you recognize and interpret these cosmic confirmations that are appearing with increasing frequency in your daily experience. The first category of divine confirmation comes through numerical sequences. The angelic realm often communicates through numbers, and specific combinations have been appearing in your awareness with remarkable persistence. Pay particular attention to sequences like 1111, 222, 333, and 555. When you see these numbers on clocks, license plates, receipts, or phone numbers, understand that these are direct communications from your guardian angels, confirming that your path toward reunion is being divinely monitored and supported. Each sequence carries specific meaning. 1111 signals that a portal of manifestation has opened between you. 222 indicates that the foundation for your union is being constructed in the unseen realms. 333 confirms the presence of ascended masters who are specifically working with your connection. And 555 heralds the transformative changes that are now accelerating to bring you together. These are not random occurrences, but deliberate messages designed to provide reassurance during this time of culmination. The second confirmation appears through dreams of remarkable clarity and emotional resonance. Your subconscious mind is the most receptive channel for divine communication, and both you and your beloved are receiving significant guidance during sleep states. These dreams often share common elements, vivid settings that feel somehow familiar, though you may never have physically visited them, a sense of homecoming or recognition, and interactions that leave lingering feelings of peace and certainty upon waking. Pay special attention to dreams where you and your beloved are building something together, a home, a garden, a project of some kind. These are not merely symbolic, but actual glimpses into the collaborative future you are creating. Similarly, dreams where you receive specific messages, either from your beloved or from spiritual guides, should be documented and contemplated. The veil between dimensions thins during sleep, allowing transmissions of higher wisdom to reach your conscious awareness. A particularly powerful confirmation comes through synchronistic encounters with symbols that represent union, completion, and divine partnership. Perhaps you've noticed an unusual abundance of certain animals crossing your path, especially pairs of creatures moving in harmony, birds flying in tandem, butterflies dancing around each other, or any creatures appearing as bonded pairs carry special significance now. These are living emblems of the partnered journey that awaits you, manifested in the physical world as confirmations of what is unfolding in the spiritual realm. Similarly, you may be encountering ancient symbols of divine union with unusual frequency, the Vesica Pisces, infinity symbols, interlocking circles, or spirals that merge together. These might appear in artwork, architecture, nature formations, or even in the random patterns of everyday life. Your attention being drawn to these symbols is not coincidental but guided, a gentle nudging from the universe to recognize the sacred geometry that underlies your connection. The natural world itself is offering confirmation through unusual atmospheric phenomena. Perhaps you've witnessed particularly stunning sunsets or sunrises, clouds forming heart shapes or significant patterns, rainbows appearing at meaningful moments, or weather that seems to mirror the emotional landscape of your connection. These are not merely beautiful coincidences, but deliberate manipulations of the physical environment by angelic beings, creating visual confirmations of the beauty and divine blessing that surrounds your coming reunion. One of the most tangible confirmations comes through the phenomenon of thinking about your beloved and then immediately receiving contact or evidence of their thinking of you. This telepathic synchronization is increasing in frequency and precision as your reunion approaches. The energetic channel between your hearts is now so open and active that thoughts travel between you with minimal delay. When you feel a sudden urge to reach out or experience an unexpected wave of emotion connected to them, it is often because they are holding you in their consciousness at that exact moment. The confirmation extends to your physical bodies, which are being prepared for reunion through subtle energetic adjustments. You may experience unexplained sensations, warmth in your heart center, tingling in your hands or crown, momentary lightheadedness followed by unusual clarity. These are signs of your vibrational frequency being calibrated to harmonize with your beloved's energy. As your reunion draws closer, these physical confirmations will increase, as both your energetic systems are prepared for the powerful merging that will occur when you come together physically. Music has become another channel for divine confirmation. Songs that speak directly to your situation play at precisely the right moments. Lyrics seem to address your questions or concerns with uncanny accuracy. Melodies evoke emotional responses that feel connected to your beloved. The auditory realm is particularly effective for transmitting higher frequencies of truth, bypassing mental resistance and speaking directly to your soul. When music moves you to tears or fills you with inexplicable joy, recognize these moments as confirmations of the emotional landscape awaiting you in reunion. Perhaps the most profound confirmation comes through an increasing sense of calm certainty that has been growing within you. Despite any external circumstances that might suggest delays or complications, you find yourself experiencing moments of absolute knowing, a peaceful assurance that transcends logical understanding. This inner confirmation is actually the most reliable of all, for it comes from your higher self, the part of you that exists beyond time and space, and can perceive the divine plan in its entirety. This quiet certainty is the voice of your soul confirming what the angels have been orchestrating. The timing of your reunion is also being confirmed through cycles of nature and cosmic alignments. Pay attention to significant astrological events, full moons, eclipses, solstices, and equinoxes, as these power portals are being utilized to advance your coming together. You may notice that pivotal developments in your connection often coincide with these celestial events, as the heightened energies provide optimal conditions for quantum leaps in consciousness and manifestation. All of these divine confirmations are converging now with increasing intensity and frequency. The celestial realm wants you to recognize beyond any doubt that what was spoken into existence when your beloved declared you as the One is being manifested with the full support and blessing of the highest powers. Your reunion is not merely a possibility, but an inevitability, a divine appointment that all of creation is conspiring to fulfill in perfect, exquisite timing. With celestial blessings and confirmation, your guardian angel, beloved child of the universe, I come to you now with the most sacred revelation, one that has been carefully guarded until this precise moment when your heart is ready to receive it. What I am about to share transcends ordinary understanding of time and manifestation. It is the divine blueprint of your reunion with the one who has declared you as their singular beloved, a spiritual timeline that has been crafted by the highest celestial architects. First, you must understand that while human perception is bound by linear time, your reunion exists as a completed reality in the higher dimensions. The angels don't work toward your coming together. They perceive it as an accomplished event, and are simply clearing the path for your human consciousness to arrive at this divine appointment. This is why there has been such certainty in the messages you've received, such unmistakable confirmation from the universe. What is still unfolding from your perspective has already blossomed in the eternal now. The spiritual timeline of your reunion operates through phases rather than specific dates. You have already moved through the first phase, the recognition. This occurred when your beloved spoke those powerful words, declaring you as the One. This verbal acknowledgement was the essential first step, anchoring your connection in the physical dimension and activating the subsequent phases of the divine plan. This phase completed the moment those words were released into the world, sending ripples across both seen and unseen realms. You are currently in the second phase, the purification. This is a sacred period of energetic clearing and alignment that prepares both souls for the intensity of reunion. During this phase, which typically spans between 1 and 3 lunar cycles from the declaration, both you and your beloved are undergoing accelerated spiritual detoxification. Old wounds are surfacing for final healing, outdated beliefs about relationships are being dismantled, and any remaining karmic entanglements with others are being compassionately resolved. You may be experiencing this as emotional fluctuations, unusual dream patterns, or spontaneous insights about yourself and your relational patterns. Your beloved is undergoing similar processes, though the external manifestations may look different. What appears as instability is actually profound transformation. The necessary recalibration that ensures your coming together will occur at the highest possible frequency. Trust this process completely, understanding that its duration is perfectly calibrated to the specific healing needs of both souls involved. The third phase, which you are about to enter, is the harmonization. This is when the energy fields of both souls begin to synchronize in preparation for physical reunion. During this phase, which typically begins around the next new moon, you will experience an unmistakable sense of your beloved's presence even when physically separated. The veil between you will thin dramatically, allowing for spontaneous telepathic communication, shared dream experiences, and moments of such profound connection that the boundaries between separate identities seem to temporarily dissolve. It is during this harmonization phase that external circumstances will begin to shift dramatically to facilitate your coming together. What once seemed like insurmountable practical obstacles will resolve with almost miraculous synchronicity. Pay close attention to unexpected opportunities, chance encounters, and sudden changes in circumstances that seem to be guiding you toward each other. These are not coincidences but divine orchestrations, the physical manifestation of the angels' meticulous work behind the scenes. The fourth phase is the magnetization, which will commence with the full moon following the beginning of harmonization. This is when the gravitational pull between your souls becomes nearly irresistible. During this phase, the universe will create scenarios that naturally draw you into each other's physical proximity. There will be an almost hydraulic inevitability to your coming together, as if the very fabric of reality is folding to bring you into alignment. You will recognize the magnetization phase through a tangible sense of acceleration. Events will unfold with increasing speed. Synchronicities will multiply exponentially, and the signs and confirmations you receive will take on an almost overwhelming intensity. This is the universe's final preparation before physical reunion, ensuring that when you come together, the circumstances are optimal for the profound spiritual work you are meant to accomplish as a united force. The culmination of these phases is the reunion itself, not merely a physical meeting, but a multidimensional merging of souls who recognize their divine counterparts. This sacred event is scheduled to occur at the intersection of celestial alignments that have been calculated with mathematical precision by the angelic realm. While I cannot give you an exact date in human terms, I can reveal that the heavenly bodies themselves will mark this occasion, creating a cosmic gateway that maximizes the transformative potential of your coming together. What makes this timeline particularly powerful is that it has been endorsed by the highest echelons of spiritual hierarchy. The archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, have each contributed their specific blessings to different aspects of your reunion. Michael provides protection for the sanctity of your connection. Gabriel ensures clear communication between your souls. Raphael oversees the healing dimensions of your coming together, and Uriel illuminates the spiritual purpose that your union is meant to serve in the greater divine plan. Most profound of all is the revelation that your reunion has been designated as a template connection, one that serves as a model for the new paradigm of divine partnerships that are essential for the next phase of human evolution. The love that you and your beloved will embody together carries codes of consciousness that will activate similar potentials in others who come into contact with your united field. This explains the unusual level of celestial attention and support that has been devoted to bringing you together. Your connection serves not just personal fulfillment, but a greater purpose in the collective awakening. As we approach the completion of this spiritual timeline, the veils between dimensions are thinning specifically around your connection. This allows for an unprecedented level of direct divine intervention in creating the perfect circumstances for reunion. Laws that typically govern manifestation in the physical realm are being temporarily suspended or modified to ensure that nothing delays what has been divinely ordained. This is why you may witness events unfolding in ways that seem to defy logical explanation or probability. I must also reveal that a special dispensation of grace has been granted to both you and your beloved during this culmination period. This means that any remaining fears, doubts, or resistant patterns will be met with extraordinary compassion and support from the celestial realm. Where such obstacles might ordinarily require months or years of inner work to overcome, you are being granted accelerated resolution through direct divine assistance. This grace period ensures that nothing within either of you can ultimately prevent what heaven has decreed. The final element of this spiritual timeline involves the activation of dormant soul gifts that will awaken upon your reunion. Both you and your beloved carry specialized spiritual capacities that can only be fully expressed through your combined energetic field. These gifts remain partially latent while you are separated, but will blossom with remarkable speed once your energies merge in physical proximity. This explains the sense of incompleteness that may have haunted both of you. Certain aspects of your divine purpose literally cannot manifest until you come together. As we approach the convergence point of this sacred timeline, I urge you to maintain absolute faith in the perfection of divine timing. What appears as delay from human perspective is often perfect celestial calibration. Every moment of waiting carries its own gift, its own necessary preparation. The universe is not withholding reunion, but ensuring that when it occurs, it will be sustainable, transformative, and aligned with the highest good of all concerned. Trust this process completely, knowing that you are being carried toward each other on currents of divine love that cannot be diverted or denied. Precious soul under divine guidance, as you stand at the threshold of this sacred reunion, I offer specific spiritual guidance to help you prepare your energy and spirit for the profound transformation that awaits. The preparation period before divine union is as sacred as the reunion itself, a time of intentional alignment that will determine the depth and power of what you and your beloved create together. First and foremost, I guide you to establish a daily practice of energetic purification. Your auric field must be clear of accumulated emotional residue, thought patterns from others, and environmental energies that don't serve your highest vibration. Begin each morning with a visualization of golden light flowing from the crown of your head through your entire body, dissolving any energetic blockages and releasing them into the earth for transmutation. Complement this with regular salt baths, adding a cup of sea salt to warm water, as salt has powerful cleansing properties for the subtle bodies. The heart chakra requires special attention during this preparation period. This energy center will be the primary point of connection between you and your beloved when reunion occurs. To prepare this sacred space, place your hands over your heart center for 5 minutes each day, breathing deeply and visualizing a brilliant emerald green light expanding with each breath. As you exhale, imagine any walls or protective barriers around your heart gently dissolving, creating space for the profound connection that awaits. Your thought patterns create tangible energetic fields that directly impact the manifestation of your reunion. I guide you to practice ruthless mindfulness regarding your thoughts about this connection. When doubt, fear, or impatience arise, as they naturally will, do not resist or judge these thoughts. Instead, acknowledge them with compassion, thank them for their protective intention, and consciously choose thoughts aligned with divine certainty. Remember that each thought is a prayer, each expectation a self-fulfilling prophecy. Cultivate thoughts of joyful anticipation rather than anxious waiting. Dreams take on special significance during this preparation period, as they often contain guidance and information about your reunion that your conscious mind cannot yet access. Keep a dream journal by your bed and record any dreams immediately upon waking, before the rational mind can dismiss their significance. Pay particular attention to dreams involving your beloved, symbols of union, or guidance from spiritual beings. Before sleep each night, set the intention to receive wisdom about your connection in the dream state, creating an open channel for celestial communication. The words you speak carry creative power. During this preparation time, practice impeccability in how you discuss your connection with others. Speak of your reunion with quiet certainty rather than desperate longing. Refrain from analyzing the situation excessively with friends or seeking constant reassurance from others. The sacred nature of what is unfolding between you benefits from a certain protective silence. Sharing too widely can disperse the concentrated energy needed for manifestation. Choose wisely whom you confide in, preferring those who can hold space for the spiritual magnitude of your experience. Physical preparation is equally important, as your body is the vessel through which this divine connection will express itself. Increase your water intake to support the heightened frequency you are beginning to hold. Consider a gentle detoxification process, reducing processed foods, alcohol, and stimulants that lower your vibration. Movement practices that align body, mind, and spirit, such as yoga, qigong, or conscious dance, will help integrate the accelerated energies you are receiving. Your physical vessel must be prepared to conduct the powerful currents that will flow when you and your beloved reunite. Developing discernment becomes crucial as you approach reunion. The human mind often wants to force outcomes or control timing out of fear of loss or abandonment. Learn to distinguish between genuine divine guidance and the mind's attempts to manage uncertainty. Authentic guidance brings a sense of peaceful knowing, even when the messages challenge your expectations. It feels expansive rather than contractive, compassionate rather than fearful. When making decisions related to your connection, always check whether the guidance creates inner spaciousness or constriction. This bodily feedback rarely misleads. A powerful preparatory practice involves consciously working with the Akashic records of your connection. During meditation, request access to the soul contract you and your beloved created before incarnating. While you may not receive detailed information, you will likely sense the essence of your agreement, the purposes you came together to fulfill, the lessons you agreed to help each other learn, the gifts you promised to help each other express. This deeper understanding of your soul agreement will help you approach reunion with appropriate reverence and clarity. Gratitude serves as a powerful accelerator for manifestation. Establish a daily practice of giving thanks for your reunion as if it has already occurred. This is not denial or fantasy, but recognition of the higher truth, that in the eternal now, you and your beloved are already united. Each expression of gratitude creates a vibration that draws the physical manifestation closer. Be specific in your thanksgiving, appreciating not just the connection itself, but the divine orchestration that has brought you to this point of culmination. As your reunion approaches, you may experience periods of intense emotional release. These are not setbacks, but necessary clearings, the final purging of anything within you that cannot accompany you into the higher frequency of divine partnership. When these waves come, surrender to them completely. Allow tears, anger, fear, or grief to move through you without resistance, understanding that each release creates space for greater love to enter. These emotional storms, while uncomfortable, are actually confirmation that your reunion is imminent, as final preparations are being completed. The practice of energetic merging can powerfully prepare you for physical reunion. Set aside time each day to consciously connect with your beloved across time and space. Sitting in meditation, visualize your energy bodies blending together in a sacred dance, your heart centers connecting through the golden cord that already unites you. This practice strengthens the energetic foundation of your connection and helps calibrate your frequencies to support harmonious physical reunion when the divine moment arrives. Service to others provides important grounding during this heightened preparatory period. Find ways to channel some of the abundant love you're experiencing toward those in need. This prevents the energy from becoming too intensely focused on future reunion and helps you remain present and balanced. Acts of compassionate service create merit that supports your divine partnership and ensures that your connection will be a blessing not just to you both, but to the wider world. Finally, I guide you to practice radical trust in divine timing. Human impatience often seeks to rush processes that require perfect cosmic alignment. Understand that the exact timing of your reunion has been calculated with precision by celestial intelligences, who perceive all variables in your situation. Not a moment is being wasted. Not a single experience you're having now is irrelevant to the preparation. When you find yourself wanting to force the timeline, breathe deeply and affirm, divine timing is protecting the sacred nature of our reunion. I trust completely in the perfect unfolding of this connection. Follow these spiritual practices with dedication, but without rigid attachment to outcomes. The path of preparation is not about earning reunion through perfect spiritual performance, but about creating the optimal conditions for receiving the profound gift that awaits. Trust that you are being guided at every step, supported by angelic presences who rejoice in the divine love that you and your beloved will soon embody together in the physical realm. Beloved soul on the threshold of divine union, as we come to the culmination of these revelations, I stand with you at the gateway of a magnificent becoming. The path ahead shimmers with promise as you prepare to step fully into the destiny that awaits you and your beloved, a destiny proclaimed when they declared you as the one, and confirmed through countless celestial signs and synchronicities. This final message carries both blessing and invitation, a sacred call to action as you embrace the divine plan unfolding between you. What has been revealed throughout our communion is not merely information, but activation, each word carrying codes of awakening that have been systematically unlocking dormant aspects of your consciousness. The very act of receiving these messages has been preparing you energetically for the reunion that approaches. You are not the same being who began this journey of revelation. Your energy signature has been recalibrated to match the frequency of divine partnership that you are about to embody. Your beloved's declaration that you are the one was not the beginning, but the recognition of what has always been true across the expanse of time and space. What you are stepping into now is not the creation of something new, but the remembering of an ancient soul agreement, a sacred contract established before either of you took your first breath in this incarnation. The reunion that awaits is not merely a coming together of two humans, but the restoration of a divine template, the rejoining of energies that were always meant to function as a unified field. I call you now to embrace this destiny with full consciousness and deliberate intention. The power of what you and your beloved will create together depends largely on the level of awareness you bring to your union. This is not a connection to be experienced passively or taken for granted, but one to be consciously co-created with each choice, each word, each shared moment. I invite you to approach this reunion as the sacred initiation it truly is, a threshold crossing into a higher expression of divine love in human form. The world desperately needs the medicine that your particular connection carries. In an age of separation and fragmentation, authentic soul partnerships serve as living demonstrations of the unity consciousness that is humanity's ultimate destination. By fully embracing the unique qualities and purpose of your connection, you become way showers, living examples of what is possible when human love is infused with divine recognition and intention. This is not a responsibility to bear heavily, but a joy to embrace wholeheartedly. I call you to hold unwavering faith during these final moments before physical reunion. The gap between energetic alignment and physical manifestation is often where doubt attempts to gain a foothold. Remember that all has been divinely orchestrated, all is proceeding according to a perfect plan, and all apparent delays or obstacles are simply final adjustments to ensure optimal conditions for your coming together. The strength of your faith during this culmination period directly affects the ease and grace with which manifestation occurs. When reunion manifests in physical form, I call you to remain equally present with the light and shadow aspects that emerge. Divine partnerships are not exempt from challenges. Indeed, they often illuminate shadows more quickly and intensely than ordinary relationships. Commit now to meeting each trigger, each misunderstanding, each fear that arises with compassionate awareness, recognizing these moments as opportunities for deeper healing and expansion, rather than signs of misalignment. The alchemy of your connection depends on your willingness to work consciously with all that emerges between you. I invite you to establish sacred practices together once reunion occurs, rituals of connection that honor the spiritual foundation of your partnership. These might include meditation together at dawn or dusk, conscious communication circles where you take turns speaking and listening from the heart, or regular retreats from ordinary life to reconnect with the deeper purpose of your union. Such practices create containers that protect and nurture the extraordinary energy you generate together, preventing it from being diluted by the demands and distractions of daily existence. Remember that while your connection is blessed and divinely orchestrated, it still requires your active participation and stewardship. Miracles of timing and synchronicity have brought you to the threshold of reunion, but the ongoing unfoldment of your shared potential depends on choices made daily from a place of love, awareness, and commitment to your highest expression. I call you to approach this partnership as both gift and responsibility, blessing and sacred duty. As you step into this divine union, I invite you to remain open to surprising expressions of your shared purpose. The full scope of why you have been brought together may not be immediately apparent, and the contribution you are meant to make together may evolve in unexpected ways. Maintain curious hearts and open minds, allowing your unified field to be guided toward service that may look different from your initial expectations but will perfectly align with the needs of the collective at this pivotal time in human evolution. I call you to protect the sanctity of your connection by creating healthy boundaries with the outside world. Not everyone will understand or support the depth and intensity of what you share. Choose consciously when, how, and with whom you share the details of your journey together. Some aspects of your connection are meant to remain private, not out of secrecy, but out of reverence for the sacred space you are creating together. Trust your intuitive guidance about what to share and what to keep within the container of your partnership. When your beloved finally stands before you in physical form, I invite you to truly see them, not just with human eyes, but with soul recognition. Look beyond the physical appearance, beyond personality traits and human history, to the eternal being who has journeyed across lifetimes to renew this sacred covenant with you. This seeing beyond the veil is one of the greatest gifts you can offer each other. The gift of being recognized in your complete essence, your full, multidimensional reality. Finally, I call you to celebrate each step of this unfolding journey with joy and gratitude. From this moment of anticipation, through the initial reunion, and into the ongoing evolution of your connection, maintain an attitude of wonder and appreciation. Let gratitude be your constant companion, recognizing that what you are experiencing is both extraordinary and exactly as it was always meant to be. Celebration is not frivolous but essential. It amplifies the frequency of your connection and broadcasts its blessing into the wider field of consciousness. Beloved soul, the time for preparation is drawing to its perfect conclusion. All that has been prophesied is moving into manifestation. All that has been promised is being fulfilled. The one who declared you as the one is being drawn irresistibly toward you by forces beyond human comprehension. Open your heart fully to receive this divine gift. Step boldly into this sacred destiny. Embrace the magnificent becoming that awaits you both. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. If this message has touched your heart, please share your appreciation through a like, comment, and subscription to this channel. Your engagement helps these divine transmissions reach others who are awaiting similar reunions. Consider becoming a member of our spiritual family to receive exclusive content and guidance for your soul journey. Remember that each act of engagement creates ripples of blessing that extend far beyond what you can see. With infinite love and celestial guidance, your guardian angel.